Hi, we're gonna make a short tutorial talking about two types of Word, two types of Excel, and the same thing to PowerPoint.
View and Picture Tools tab. Format.
Okay, so here in View, the main purpose of this tab is to make you see in different ways like your document. And here in the first group we get to see these 5 different view that we always also have them here in the bottom. We get to see them. So the first one that we have is this one that you always get to see in Word,
Print layout.
print layout. Then the full screen reading, this view like takes all the tabs and groups that we have normally in the page layout view. So this view is just like get you to see how all the page is, and you can get to read in the
Without scrolling.
without so when you're in this view you cannot like
Type.
you only
You can type whatever you want to.
no, you cannot.
No.
No. But if you want that
You cannot
option,
tap.
you cannot write. But if you want that option here, you don't have it. So if you want that to allow you to type, you click here, and now you can get to type. But if you don't want to, you take here. Okay, and
You are not allowed.
so for closing the view, you click here and close. Okay. So then we have the web layout. In this one, you only get like to see it in an extended way.
The whole page.
The whole page. You can write and it will get all far until the end. I don't know. Una más.
Like a
¿Cómo se llama lo de?
background? No.
No, like background. You get to see it like in a web page, like all the paragraph completely, a panoramic view. I think so. But then we also have this one, outline. In this one, you can have a whole paragraph about something, and for example, here you write another thing, and you can change like the level okay, and all the information will get down here. But if you have another thing here, you can see how we change like the way of arranging all the information that you have, and if you want to see it, how it will get at
When
the
you
end.
print it
It's like this. You will have here all the information,
without the point.
but you like get to see all the space that you're going to get in the document. Okay, then the last view that we have is draft.
The draft view takes out all the distracting things that there is on the text, like fonts and header, footer, everything. So you can just see the text and change it easier without distracting.
Okay, the next group is this one, show. Here we can put the ruler or take it out, then the grid lines and the navigator pane. So if you want
To take them
it
out, you just click them again.
you take them. The next group is zoom. You can click it in, and here you have the options, for example 200.
To change the zoom,
Change the zoom, and you have it like that.
or you can just click.
In this one, and you take out zoom, and you see it like that. or take it normally back again. You can see it in one page, two pages, or in page width.
That is like the panoramic view.
The next group is window. In here you can add a new window, and in the other command you arrange the two windows. Then with the next command is split. You get to choose where you want to split the page in the document. Now the last group is macros. So the next tab that we are going to explain is not here, but for take it out we need to insert a picture. We're going to choose any picture you want. Okay, insert it, and then it appears the next tab that is picture tools format. Okay, so the first group that we have is adjust, and here we have this one that we have corrections, colors, artistic effects. For example, we can choose the brightness and contrast, or the sharpen and soften. We're going to choose this one, and then the brightness, that is this, and then artistic effects. We have these options. We can choose this one, and then to compress the pictures is to make the document with more resolution. The picture, for example, if we choose email, is the less resolution that we get in this one. So we're going to click OK. Then to change picture, if you have another one, you can change it, and it's this one. Or reset picture, if we have any style
Or
color,
effects.
effects, if you click it, it takes all the effects that you put in the picture. Then in picture styles group you can get all these styles, and you choose one, and then you can change in picture border the color and effects. Then in picture effects you choose one, change it. In picture layout you can make like the photo a group, for example, and you can put text in this chart.
Like a smart art.
Yes, then it appears this tab.
Smart art tools. But that's another
Yes, that's
Tab.
another one that we are not going
to explain.
to explain right now. So, go. Then in the next group is arrange. Here you get to change in this command the position of the group depending how you want it in the document. If you want it center or in the top, in the corner. Then if you have two different pictures, I'm going to insert another one. In this option we can get to bring forward or backward the picture. Okay. Then also we can align the picture with this command, or rotate the picture in a right 90 degree or left 90 degree, in vertical, frequency, horizontal, or more rotation options we can click there. And we can adjust the style of the rotation that we want in the picture. Then in the last group we have size. In this command is crop. Here,
Where you can make the picture smaller.
yes, you can like cut the picture like that one, and you click again and crop, and you cut it. And also you can change
The height and the width.
and the width. So that's all for this format picture tools tab. And now we're going to
Talk about PowerPoint. In PowerPoint, we chose the Home tab. In the Home tab, we have 7 groups. The first one is Clipboard. In Clipboard, we have the paste command. And the paste command is for when you write something, you type something, you select it, you copy or either cut it, and then you paste it, like copy, paste in somewhere else. Hello. And then we have cut, that is to cut it out of the text, and then you can paste it again. And copy, I already did that. Format painter is when you have a text and then you have other text, and you have another type of font like this. So you put format painter, you select it, and then you click on format painter again and select it, and it changes to the format that you chose. In slides group you have the new slide command to add another slide. You can choose whatever layout you want. Then you have the slide layout. To change the layout of the slide, you don't need to necessarily add another one. You can just change it directly. The reset one is to to reset the text. Like you have the original font that it wasn't Adobe Font Hate, it was the one before, and you reset it and it changes back to Calibri. The section group is to organize your slide into sections. So you can add a section and remove all. So add one. You see it on the left side, and you can just remove them. On the font group, you have where you can change everything about the text. You can change the font, or you can change the size. You can increase the font or decrease it, or just erase everything and put it back to the original way. You can put bold, italics, underline it, or add a shadow to it, or put a strike through. You can do it all at once or just one. This one is to change the spacing between the letters. You can see very loose, or very tight. This one is to change the uppercasing and the lowercasing of the letters. You can just change it to your liking. This one is to change the color of your text. You can put it red or the color you like.
Whatever color you like.
On paragraph group, you can change the text to align it to a side you want. You can put it to the left and the center, or to the right. This command is to justify the text. For when you're writing a report or something, you can see all the text is like in a little square and it doesn't have it sticking through the sides. You can add columns to the text, and you can add bullets. You can change the bullets to anyone you like, and also you can add numbers and letters, depends on what you are listing. This is the spacing when you add a text. You can change the spacing. You can change the spacing. You see here for when you start writing something, and then the spacing between sentences. See. You can change the text direction like 90 degrees, 270, or stacked. You can align the text to the top, to the middle, or to the bottom. You can convert the text to smart art if you need to,
You select first the text.
and then you just convert it to smart. And it opens the smart art tools tab, but we're not gonna explain that one right now. So you just erase that. On the drawing group, you have shapes. You can add whichever shape you want, and you can arrange them if you have more than one. So if you have more than one shape, you can just arrange them. You can bring one to the front, so you can see this one first instead of the triangle. You can put quick style, so if you want something just right there, you can choose one, and you don't need to do all this process. But if you want to, you can choose the shape fill you like, the shape outline, and the shape effects. There's a lot of effects. You can choose whichever you want. And the last group on the home tab has 3 commands. Find. In the find command, you can search for text, for words in the text or phrases in the text. You just search for them. Like if you write hello, you just type it here. It has to match the text, so we can find it. You can find there, and in the replace command, you find something, and you can replace it for another word. Hello, you replace it, and you can choose if you want to replace all of the hellos on the. You can replace all of the hellos in the text. The select command is to select the text on the presentation. You can select all the items or a selection pane to help you select individual objects and to change the order and visibility. And it appears there, and you can just choose whatever you like and select it. Okay. Musical sound. Well, no. The other tab we choose was picture styles group, and to go to the picture styles you have to insert a picture first. So you just select the picture and it appears here, and then the picture tools format tab appears. You have esa no era mi tab, lo siento. De regreso.
Apenas iba a decir de que, oye, Valentina, tú y yo hablamos del mismo, porque es lo mismo, literal. Lo voy a cambiar entonces.
Okay. The next tab we chose was table tools command. To go to the table tools command, you have to insert a table. And I chose layout tab. There's 2 tabs. I chose layout. On the layout tab, you have a lot of groups. The first one is table. You can select the table, just a column, or just a row, depends on what you want. You can view grid lines. To view grid lines, you need to have a design that doesn't have some grid lines, so when you put it, you can just see them. On the middle, you see this one appears and disappears. There. You can delete columns, rows, and you can delete the whole table if you want to. You can insert rows or columns like this, and you can, if you select, you need to select this. If you want to merge cells, you need to select select the cells you want to merge, or if you want to split them, you decide how many columns you wanted, and you just split them. The next group is cell size. On the cell size group, you can change the height and the width of the columns and rows, and distribute rows. If you have two merged cells like this, merged cells, and you want to distribute columns, you distribute. Well, you have to select it first. Distribute columns. You need to have a column that has the width bigger, so than the rest of them. So when you put distribute, it changes them to the so all of them are the same, and it's the same with distribute rows but with rows. In the alignment group, you can change the text on the column to the left, to the center, or to the right, or you can just put it on the top, on the middle, or in the bottom. You can change the text direction, like if you put hello, you can just change it to whatever you want to. The cell margins, you can change them to your liking or your preference or what you need. The table size group is for you to change the whole size of the table instead of just some rows, or instead of the row or the column on the cell size group. But in the table size group, you change the whole table. On the range group, you need to have shapes, so you can just bring them to the forward, send them backward. Selection pane, it appears on the right side like this, and you just select what you want to bring forward or send backward. The line group, the line command is for you to align the table to the middle, or to the left, or to the top, to whichever you want to. Well, we don't want it there, so I'm gonna bring it here. The group command is when you have two shapes and you want to group them like in this picture, and you want them to be able to group objects together so that they can be treated like a single object. So instead of moving two objects, you just move one. And to rotate it, you change the selected object, and it moves
Like in 90 degrees, 70 degrees.
Yes. So that's it for Microsoft PowerPoint.
Now we're gonna talk about Excel. I'm gonna talk about the page layout tab. And first of all, for example, you write some text here. I'm gonna put my name, and then well, let's put it bigger, like this. Then you can change the theme that you want to, for example like this, or if you want to change it, you just select it and change another.
The font.
Yes. And you can change the color, like composite, the font, Cambria, and also the effect. Okay. And the next group is margin. You can put custom margins and decide the numbers of header to the right, footer, bottom, and left. You just put OK, and if you can see, these are the margins, like the lines. You can change the orientation, for example landscape. Yes, landscape. You can, if you put it here, you can change how it gonna looks when you print it. Let's move. And if you change it again, like portrait, and you put it like this, you can see the difference. Then the size. You can decide if you want to print your page like a letter, like a legal and executive. If you put legal, you can see that the page is larger, and like the letter is the normal page that we always use. And for the print area command, you need to select this, and then for example you put set print area, and if you go to here, you just see two columns. And if you return and put, like, for example, clear print area, you can see the 4 columns that you had it like the first time. Then to the background, to put a background, you need to select a page, for example,
A picture.
yes, a picture. Here we have a background, and you can delete it if you want to. And then we have the scale to fit group, which the commands here are width and height, where you can change the number of pages, like 6, and for example this one in 2. The sheet option group, the grid lines is to, for example, here we have selected the view in grid lines, but if we take out the tick, the lines here are going to disappear, and if we put it again, it's going to appear again. And for example, if we go to here, we can't see the lines, but if we go again and put a tick here, it's going to appear the way that it's going to be printed with all the lines. And also here, it's the same thing, but with the headline. For example, here, if we put out the tick, the numbers and letters are going to disappear, and if we put it again, are going to appear again. The arrange group has 6 commands. For example, the bring forward, send background, selection pane, aligned, group, and rotate. Okay. The group and rotate are going to appear, but when we have selected an object that we don't have it right now. Then the next tab that I'm going to talk about, I need to go to picture and then select a picture here, for example this one, and is picture tools format tab. We need to have selected the picture, because if we don't select it, that tab is going to disappear, so we have to select it. And here in corrections, we can change the brightness and contrast. For example, this one is different than this one. This is darker and this is brighter. We can change the color tone, that we can recolor it, and this one. Artistic effects is like, for example, this one that is not really clear, or this one. We can change the picture by clicking, and then put a tree, for example, and the other picture disappear. And we have the picture here, and this command is like, for example, if you have a lot of effects here, for example this one, and you click here, and the color effect that you had it's going to disappear. Also in picture styles group, it's to change the style of the photograph, for example like this, and we can choose another border, the color of the border. We can use an effect like this one, and this is like the smart art. Is also, it's almost the same as in Word, that you can write a text. Hi. Well, if we want to put another picture like this car, I'm going to put it like here, and the picture is forward than the other, but we can send them to background, and the selection pane is, for example, here the picture is selected, and then we put it here, and the other picture disappear, and also like this, hide all, show all. Okay, let's go. Rotate, that helps us to rotate, for example, right 90 degrees, left 90 degrees, flip vertical, flip horizontal, and we have more rotation options that I'm not going to use it. Then here, to crop a picture, we need to select it here, and then we can arrange it like the form that we wanted, and then you can click here, or we can click again on crop. Then the height and width. The height is to put it bigger, and width put it smaller. And that's all. We have finished with this tutorial. I hope you enjoy it and
Find it helpful.
we are Sabrina,
Paulina.
And Valentina.
and this is a class of
Information Technologies.
thank you.
Bye.